We're going to move on to the last map then, right?
Yeah, so the last map we're taking a look at is Urban. We're going to be playing Uplink on that.
Nice.
So you guys want to give us a quick introduction into Urban?
So Urban's in Texas. Texas Ward 3 is basically, you know, a very tight map, small map with a couple different elevations to it. So it's kind of tiered approach to it. You're also going to find some 3-story buildings that have counter gameplay between both of them. So across the way from Tasty Pump, you're going to see a construction area, and those are going to counter each other when you get up in there. You're going to have some cover. You're going to be able to fire back and forth between the two, and you're really going to be able to use the elevations going on between these lanes to really utilize your boost mechanics.
So Call of Duty really has some good names for like restaurants and convenience stores. Burger Town, Tasty Pump.
Tasty Pump.
Yep.
Right
Let's keep that going.
This map, I love this map. I mean, this one is fast, right? This is going to be a map you jump into, and combat engagements happen really quick. That married with the true verticality in the gameplay space and the perceived verticality with the surroundings really kind of gives it a unique feel to it that I think is pretty cool. And an uplink in particular, as you're moving quickly between the satellite drone and the uplink area, you're going to find that this one, I think, is particularly well suited to that mode.
Yeah, this looks fast-paced. Is this the smallest of the 4 maps?
Yes, certainly it is.
Okay.
Yeah, and so some good range there, right? From sort of the opening of feel of Sideshow to this now being sort of smaller and more direct combat. I think you're going to find that we've tried to give quite a variety of how the spaces fill. So this one, yeah, this is the smallest and I think probably the quickest engagement.
Yeah, you're certainly going to want to keep your head on the swivel as you're going through these areas, because you can move so quickly across the map that you can just flank everybody really quickly. That's why the objective modes do help this map quite a bit.
Yeah, it's so. I feel like you'd never be safe.
Yeah. So on a really small, tiny map like this, how does the whole working out how respawns like work on a really tiny map where anyone can be anywhere at any moment?
Well, we have a ton of tools and a ton of very bright people back at the studio, you know, figuring out exactly how we do that in particular. So we don't have spawn trapping, so we don't have, you know, just sitting in a corner and dying over and over again. It's never fun. It's a lot of iteration. It's a lot of just kind of, you'll see a lot of more kind of cubby holes being built into maps and things like that, so we can have that extra space to spawn people where it's safe, where you can get out of that spawn and not die within the first, you know, 2 steps.
Seconds, yeah.
And that's something that we take really serious. I mean, the franchise does, we do on Advanced Warfare. You know, we get a lot of feedback about that too online about spawns. And so as Greg mentioned, like we see, you know, hundreds of millions of points of data around bad spawns. And bad spawns are quantified as spawn to death time being too quick, right? I got to tell you, you know, Advanced Warfare has an incredibly good spawn system. We look at what bad spawn data is compared to past Call of Duty franchise and other games. And so we're continuing to push it, and these smaller maps really challenge us, right? But our spawn data shows that, you know, we've done a really good job with the system, as Greg mentioned, with all the smart brains back at the studios to make sure you're not spawning and getting shot in the back immediately.
And then this map has, it's another one with one of the sort of environmental changes, correct?
Yeah.
When are we going to see that and what happens?
So that's actually already occurred. Because we're in uplink, it happens midway between each round, so it's fair.
Gotcha.
The area that he was just in, he was able to use a new avenue to get around, new ways to really flank individuals.
There's like some sliding doors or something that
yeah, there's some sliding doors that open up, and you're able to go into the ward. Just basically huge interior of a building that you can get in there and really just use that to get around to the other side of the objectives.
I like this map. I'm trying to think of the other. It's called Terrace, correct? It's not called Terrace. That's also a very vertical map, but I feel like it's easy to see from like way up, almost all the way down. But on this one, it's tiered. There's 3 layers, but I feel like you're not kind of getting shot from above all the time.
It's a symmetrical tiering as opposed to Terrace, which is which is basically going up a hill. Yeah, no, it's a very quick map. A lot of fun. There's just many different ways to play it.
This is the one for you, Alfredo.
I think this is where I want to be at right here. I'm worried about shotguns on this map, though. I feel like they can be pretty brutal.
Why don't you use the shotguns?
Not my jam.
Yeah, no, Shotties is a good choice for this map.
Kill streak.
Yep, and you know, weapon balance is pretty key to us. So you know, there's been a lot of questions on Twitter about weapon optimizations, and I think we're going to be rolling out some stuff with DLC. There's a big game update coming with this pack for everybody that includes some weapon tuning values. So yeah, shotties are going to be pretty effective in this map, and with the buff that's coming, I think you're going to find them even more effective.
Sorry, a buff coming for shotties? I don't want to hear that. No,
yes,
it's fine.
In fact, we're looking at all weapons. Did I just give away an exclusive?
Maybe. It happens.
It does happen. Yes, that's true.
You heard it here first.
Big weapon balancing pass coming. With the goal of making all classes equal and competitive.
Okay.
I think we're looking at the shoddy class as well. So yes, I think you'll find it'll be effective here.
Okay. No, that's totally fine. It's just, oh man, when someone gets to drop on you with a shotgun, you just feel bad.
Well, kind of when they get a drop on you with any weapon.
Oh, of course.
Right?
But the shotgun just has like such a good sound.
Oh, that's
when it
true.
fires, and they're right. It's up close and personal, and you're just like, ah.